Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today guys we're back outside in the snow. It's beautiful out here today, and today guys we are going to be talking about why you shouldn't judge a Yu-Gi-Oh card by its cover. Now I've talked about this before, but we're going to go in a different tangent of that. We're going to be talking about why you should invest in cards that have untapped potential or are semi-cheap, and you can buy them and possibly they can become very good cards in another format, or in a future deck they may become really good and you can sell them off if you're not going to play that deck, or you can use them to your advantage in that format. So this has happened many times in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That certain cards go really high up on price because A, they were a good card that went out of print, or B, they were not, when they originally came out, they were not made for that format, and in the future they became very powerful, so to speak. Good examples of this: Vandy's Emptiness. When Vandy's Emptiness came out originally, yes, Archlord Christia was a thing, but it was kind of like a monster on wheels, so it was a little bit better. But it wasn't until later on that people figured out that, not too much later on, that people figured out how good Vandy's Emptiness could be as a card, so to speak. Other good examples are Lavava Chain. It's been a good card since its original release, but it wasn't until recently that it really skyrocketed up in price. Even when Infirmities were using it, it wasn't as high as it is now. So cards like this, just good, solid cards, I've always thought you should invest in, even if just good, well-rounded cards. And again, more Mega Phantom Beasts go over my head as I talk. Yes, more Mega Phantom Beast. But whatever. What I'm trying to say is sometimes when a card, first comes out, it is very cheap because there's a lot of those cards out there. They're not, they're more abundant, I guess you could say. And I've always found that good cards that come out, special edition type of sets, what I mean by that, Hidden Arsenal or Dragons of Legend or Number Hunters type of cards that eventually they become very popular, or just cards that only got that one reprint out of a special tin or a special set. Just like Masked Hero Acid, I think it was, Lavava Chain, Dagusto Emerald, things like that. Cards that only got that one reprint, or anything out of Star Strike Blast, I guess you could say as well. Cards that come out of these type of sets that at first people may say, they're not that really good, but they have untapped potential. I've always tried to pick up on those cards and buy them because in the future they could become something. They could become meta. They could become good. Maybe not for your deck, but for some different type of deck that uses that effect, or you can play it in that deck because it doesn't affect that deck. Or it just may be an overall good card, and give it a year or so, it may become popular, it may become really good, especially like I said, out of those Dragons of Legend, Secret Forces, it could be the Super Starter set coming out soon. Some more good examples here. Mathematician, Kuri Bandit. When Mathematician originally came out, it was like a $2 card, and now it is like a $13, $14 card. Kuri Bandit was like a $3 card, and now is like a very expensive card when it first came out, because it was a mass, everybody had them, everybody was flooding the market with them. It was a good time to pick up. You could have picked Mathematicians up for $2 all the way up to August till Burning Abyss came out for the most part. So cards like these, that you look at them and you say, good card, untapped potential, is it worth the investment? I say to that, yes. If you have the money, go forth and invest in those cards. Especially if you can see that that card is kind of more generic in its way it's used, or you can think about using. I mean, that's something that I know it's kind of hard to explain. But you have to think about future decks coming out, or for future type of decks that may have playing styles that are based around certain things. And you can sometimes, pick those cards up early on, keep them in your set, keep them in your binder, and eventually they may become good in like 6-7 months. You never know. Or there's just some always good cards that get good reprints. E-Telly, Lavava Chain. Lavava Chain I don't use just for one deck, I use it for multiple decks. And it's a card that's paid off, even though I only paid $15. And it's another good thing I'm going to say right here now, as I end this video, that to pick up in bad formats. pick up cards in bad formats. But that's something we're going to talk about in another video. So for this video, I want you guys to understand that sometimes you can't judge a card by its cover. It's best to, if it's a very cheap card, a couple cents, a couple bucks, maybe invest in that card if you can see potential in that card. And you may use that card personally in the future. It may become the next Vandy's Emptiness. It may not. It may just be a card that nobody uses, but there is that possibility. And in the long run, that small investment could turn very big for you. So, you know, either playing that card in the deck you want to in the future, or, you know, a good example is you could sell that card off to make money to play another deck you want to in the future. So, there's always possibility. So that's just my words of wisdom. You can take them, you can leave them, but I just thought this is something that I could talk about a little bit to you guys, and hope you took something away from it. And until next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling to all of you. Hope you learned something from this video. To remember not to judge a card by its cover, and possibly invest in cards that have untapped potential. Take care, everybody. Seto Kaba, I'm out of here.